It is Monday, May 9th, 2022. This is Tony. This is Jason, Win Daily Sports, where you find us at Win Daily Sports, all social formats, sponsored by the Sharp app, your one-stop shop for all things sports betting. And Jason, we got a 9-game slate tonight. Some guys stick out. We always talk about pitching. We talk about stacks. Right now, ace of the slate. Who we got?
It's pretty simple, man. On FanDuel, lock Carlos Rondon. Don't think twice. Don't think about any other pitchers. You lock them up in your cash game, your single entry. If you're entering multiple lineups, you obviously can pivot off. You don't have to enter 150 lineups of Carlos Rodon. But if you're making one or two, I would lock Rodon on FanDuel. On DraftKings, he's still affordable, and there's some value pitchers you can pair him up with. But I love Rodon. He's clear cut above the rest. His K prop is going to be high. He's a big favorite. He's pitching at home against Colorado. Look, I'm loading up on Rodon. I love him in this slate. There is nobody that's going to sell me off of Rodon. I'm all in on Carlos Rodon going into Monday night.
Now, you talked about value. We always talk about value on this show. So you're going to go right in on Rodon, which obviously we get 10,000 plus. Who's the value guy you're looking at?
Look, there's a couple ways to go. There's still options. Look, there's enough value on DraftKings for your SP2. You can pay up again and go with Mackenzie Gore, potentially fade Rodon. Brandon Woodruff is the guy I would pair him with in cash games. I think he's still a solid go with 2 aces here. He just played Cincinnati not too long ago, dropped 32.4 against him. This time he is going on the road. The Great American Small Park, one of the best hitters parks. Cincinnati starting to win a couple games too, so you got to be careful here. But Woodruff is a guy to pair him up with if you want to go double aces here. But as far as values go, Julio Urias, he's getting like 20 points a game, and Dave Roberts is allowing him to pitch like 65 to 75 pitches. The day he's allowed to pitch 85, 90, 100, he's going to go out there and drop 30. He's got a soft matchup against Pittsburgh. He's only 8,200. I think the perfect pairing with Rodon on DraftKings is going to be Urias, but he's going to be popular. Now, me and Tone on Sunday night, we do a show together on this channel called Sirius XM Fantasy Sports, and we were fighting back and forth, little bickering. I thought flexing was a good value at 5,300 going against Tony's Phillies. Tone, congratulations. James Harden played well for you on Sunday night. Sixers tied 2-2. They're making this a series, and I think the Sixers can win this now. C is not going to agree with us, but I think the Sixers are a great team right now. They're playing good basketball. But flexing, MLB, 5,300 on DraftKings. I think he gets you 10 to 15. And if you were an expert chat on Sunday on Mother's Day, I went in there early. I hid from my wife just to help everybody out. And I said, look, don't play this guy, but I'm going to play him in my main lineup. You can play him in GPPs. I said, go out there and play Jordan Lyles at 4,900 on DraftKings. He went out there and got all the points you needed to cash. Flexing is probably less risky than Jordan Lyles because Jordan Lyles is typically a bum. Flexing, not as bad, but Philly does have some bats there, but he's pitching at home. I like him at 5,300. If you want to load up the bats, Flexing is your guy. But Tony, I know you like somebody else on the slate as well.
I like Paul Blackburn, from Oakland, and we're talking about a Detroit team that really doesn't scare me. Yeah, they have some good bats, and Miggy's doing his thing, but Blackburn is 3-0, 2.22 ERA, triple twos. I don't know if that has any weird symbolic, bad juju vibe on it or nothing, but I do like him because listen, he's going at least 5 innings. He's giving you at least 5 Ks. So he's that guy when you talk about 7,500 that you can get at a low ownership value, who all you need is 10 to 15 right there. And I think this is the opportunity for him to get that. Now, on the other end, we're talking about gas can. We always talk about guys that we want to attack, guys that may be susceptible to a ton of hits, tons of runs. Anybody that sticks out in your mind to be the gas can of the slate.
Look, Quintana is not a gas can, but he's going against the Dodgers, and he's probably not going to last more than 5 innings. The Dodgers can put up double digits against any team. They put up a bunch of runs against the Cubs on Sunday night. This lineup is deep, 1 through 9. They all can mash. They can all steal bases. And if they get to Quintana early and you get even more of the Pittsburgh bullpen, that means more runs for the Dodgers. They're going to be popular, but the Dodgers are always in play. I can be on the Dodgers any single day, 162 games out of the year. The Dodgers are going to be one of the top lineups going out there. And Pittsburgh and Quintana does not scare me. But a little bit sneakier, let's talk about the Padres at home. Look, Machado is going to be hitting 400 pretty damn soon. I think he's up to 385, maybe 390. He cashed me in on his total bases prop. I put in our expert chat at Win Daily Sports and the Sharp app. Make sure you go download the Sharp app if you're betting on sports, props, or anything like that. And windailysports.com. I was in our expert chat in the morning getting the props on Machado as well. Now, look, Hendricks is not good anymore. He was good at some, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. He set up 5 home runs in the last 2 games. That's a lot of home runs. Hosmer's been hitting. Machado's been hitting. There's some other bats in there too. You can stack up. They're at home. Look, they won a big game. They walked it off. A bet that I was on that I thought was actually dead in the water. Jorge Alfaro hits a 9th inning, 2-out home run to walk it off and win the game for the Padres. So they're battling right now without Tatis. So give me, Cronenworth, Machado, Hosmer, and maybe, either a Grissom or someone who's valuing that, that lineup, maybe Kim, whoever it is. I like the Padres as well, Tone.
I like that too. And we talked about this on Sirius, and the simple fact that you can start with Machado at 5,700, and then your next highest valued guy is Cronenworth at 4,700. That's $1,000 savings on the next guy that they feel is going to be most productive in that lineup. And then Hosmer at 4,500. You got Profar at 4,100. You mentioned Grisham at 3,900. A lot of valuable guys in that lineup. But how about sneaky plays? We look at a guy like my man Louis Castillo, who, listen, he's very streaky. He can be great. He can be horrible. Coming back off an injury, first start back, going up against the Milwaukee Brewers. You mentioned about Woodruff as the pitcher, but how about the bats? Are they a sneaky stack?
Yeah, definitely sneaky. Look, Castillo has the pedigree of being a high strikeout guy. He's had some electric games, but he also walks people a ton. So he's either striking you out or walking you. Now he's coming off the injured list. He hasn't pitched yet this year. He's playing in Great American Small Park. Again, a hitter's park. Milwaukee's been putting up runs. They've been hitting well. Castillo's not going to last long in this game no matter what. Look, all these coaches have been kind of limiting their pitchers out of the gate, and this is going to be his first start. We've seen aces dominate and get pulled after 60, 65 pitches. So that means Castillo is going to be pulled pretty quick in this game, and you get a lot of the Cincinnati bullpen, and that's what you want. So Milwaukee is expensive, though, but that can be a good thing, could be a bad thing. The good thing is a lot of people won't afford this lineup. And Adames, 5,100. Yelich, he's too expensive as well. He's $5,000. So they're going to be, I don't think they're going to be so popular going on the slate when you're going to pay off Rodon. It's going to be tough to fill in these bats. And it's going to be tough to pay $4,700 for guys named Rowdy Tellez. Like, who wants to play $4,700 for Tellez? I think they're going to be under-owned. So I think they're going to be kind of sneaky. And the other lineup is the Chicago White Sox. They stunk to start this year, like really bad. They've been hot now. They've won 6 or 7 games in a row. White Sox Stadium is a good place to hit. Plesac has been struggling last couple of starts. Hasn't been good. Let up a home run in the last 2 starts, 4 home runs in the last 4 starts, 4 earned runs, 6 earned runs. Look, he pitched well against the White Sox last game out, but this is a different team, man. This was supposed to be a team that was gonna mash, and they haven't. But they're starting to hit now. You got Robert there. You got Tim Anderson up top. You got Abreu, Grandal. I kind of like them as a 3-4 man stack. So I think the White Sox can be under-owned and a team that you can look to against a guy that's been struggling this year.
I like that. I like the Chicago White Sox. Tons of value. Watch out for my man Jake Berger there at 3,000 for a
You like
nice.
them burgers, huh,
I
Tone?
like it, man. 3,300. It's a guy's got PPP, man, positive point production. So you get a guy at 3,300 to give you things like that. I mean, that's what you look at. And we talk about positive point production. Let's talk about some value plays before we get out of here. Some value bats. Anybody that's catching your eye to say, you know what, I'm going to take a flyer on this guy, throw him at the end of the lineup because I'm pretty much stacked and he's going to get me some good points.
Yeah, look, for some power one-off bats, Moustakas and Colin Moran for Cincinnati. I like attacking good hitters park. Cincinnati's one of the best hitters park, only rivaling maybe Coors Field right now. Moustakas, Moran. Moran hit a grand slam and a home run, 2 home runs on Sunday. Moustakas is quietly, I wouldn't say he's heating up, but he's getting you points in every single game in his last 6 games. I think he had a home run in one of those as well. So Moustakas, Moran, a lot of people are going to be pushing Woodruff. So it's kind of leverage and kind of going against Woodruff, but you don't want to face that bullpen. So I'm not going to go all in on Cincinnati, but as a one-off, maybe Moustakas or Colin Moran, 3,200, 2,800. Moran on DraftKings can play first base and third base. Kind of like that spot. Tone, I know you're the value guy on Win Daily. So who are you looking at as far as your value spots go?
Well, I'll always drop about 5 to 6 o'clock every night. We drop the FFEP, so that'll be up tonight. But talking about value, I know I'm going to go against here. You like Chris Flexen. I'm going to go Castellanos. Now, the reason why I'm going to go Castellanos, he drops to 4,300. Listen, I get it. He had 2 games with 0. Okay, before that, 31 points in 2 games, and he drops from 5,000 to 4,300. Last year, I rode Castellanos when he would dip down below 4,500. He would be back up with a good game tomorrow night for 4,300, or tonight for 4,300 throughout this whole entire series. And you mark my words, Jason, he'll be at 5,500 by the end of the week, and everybody will be backing off the Castellanos train. So, as always, listen, for everybody joining in at Win Daily Sports is where you find us. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. We have tons of content on the website. We got the stacks article, we got the ace articles, we got the pitching articles, we got everything. Tuesday, we got the golf show. So we got tremendous amount of content for you to consume right here at Win Daily Sports.
Tone,
So
I got
everybody,
one. I got,
what's
I
up?
got, I got a little bit more value, man, as I'm diving into the
I'm
slate
sorry.
too.
Look at that. You already got these values. You don't even get me on this insight here. How you
Yeah,
not let the host know you got more values?
I'm just going to tell you real quick, man. Arizona, not a lineup that I'm like in love with, but they do have some valuable bats here, like a Pavin Smith. They're rolling out different lineups every single day of the week. There's going to be guys that are you haven't seen in a lineup in a while, but Christian Walker, 3,400, Ahmed, 3,300, Rojas, 32, Seth Beer, 3,100, Pavin Smith, 3,100. So Arizona could be sneaky as well. They're not going against a tough lineup or a tough pitcher here. So I think Arizona, another lineup that you can look at for a mini stack, maybe for, look, they're going to be super low owned. One of the highest totals on the board right now at 8.5 here against Eliza Hernandez. So I think the D-backs can be sneaky. And if you want to roll it back to the Marlins as well, 2 lineups to get a one-off, maybe a Jazz Chisholm. There's some value in Arizona. I kind of like these lineups as well.
Well, they better hit because I was on a roll, man. He just like interrupted me. So these values better hit. That's all I got to say. But as always, man, thanks for everybody tuning in. Make sure you get these numbers in. Make sure you get these lines in. But also make sure if you're betting, get these numbers in early. I mean, right now we're early in the morning. I mean, those numbers will change throughout the day. So you want to get that plus money, those early lines early before they change. But as always, make sure you follow us at Win Daily Sports. For Tony, for Jason, have a tremendous day. Be profitable, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow.